Hello there, and welcome to this week's edition of Crazy Critique. Now, the newest theatrically released film that I've been to see this week is a British thriller film from director Gavin Hood, who has previously brought us quite a sporadic quality of film throughout his directing career. The film in question he's bringing to us this time is the film Eye in the Sky, and the film focuses on an act of modern warfare, which is the use of drones in said warfare. So, yes. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I actually think the advertisements for the film didn't really do any of the film justice for what I ended up seeing. Obviously, what I mean by that is I thought, okay, a film centered around drones, there's going to be a lot of maybe possible political wrangling going on, ideas thrust upon you. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought there could be certain moments where I might be bored by, not by the things going on, but just by the subjects in general. But I am happy to report, this is a phrase I'm using more and more these days, I must say, that it was a greatly and solidly acted film. And I really did enjoy it in the most, not perverse way, but obviously as much as you can enjoy a film that focuses on an act of modern warfare. Now, the main thing I did enjoy about the film was, first of all, it built up a really good, decent amount of tension, and also the fact that, like I said previously, just seconds ago, I personally don't think it doesn't appear to be politically motivated. In general, I must say, I'm not going to say there's certain scenes sometimes, or maybe certain images that maybe give you a bit of a push in one way or another, but I think in general, it's not politically motivated. So in other words, it gives you the facts, and the facts of what you see before you in the film, and it's then leaves you to judge and form your own opinion on whether you think that sort of act is right or wrong. And like I say, there's plenty of political positions within the film, but I think the actual political view is not forced upon you. So there's a very I've recently watched 12 Angry Men, and there's a scene in the film where effectively, I should probably set up the film first of all. But before I start into that scene, I will first of all set up that Helen Mirren is the head of a drone operation, British drone operation, going on in Somalia, I believe it is. They have intel on the ground in the form of Barkad Abdi, and she has to report to her superior, who is Alan Rickman, who is effectively in a political meeting, a Cobra meeting with government aid and a Ministry of Defence and things like that. So she's the head of the operation. He's like the head of like the meeting for political meetings. And like I say, Barkad Abdi is the intel on the ground. You also have support in the form of Aaron Paul, who is an American drone pilot based in America. Because obviously because obviously the concept of drones is they can be anywhere and they can easily cooperate with each other. So we've got lots of different aspects going on here. So some nice performances. But like I say, there's the scene set for you. And effectively what I was going to talk about. Like I say, in reference to say towards that 12 Angry Men sort of, there's a very 12 Angry Men scenario going on in this Cobra meeting while the mission's going on, with effectively ministers twisting and turning at certain debates and with new information and things like that. It's like, oh, wait a minute, that sort of changes my opinion. Oh no, wait a minute, now I'm going back to that opinion because something else has sort of popped up. So it's extremely interesting to see that sort of character wrangling going on. I must say from the beginning, I do have a reference point for this sort of film, which probably not many people will have had previously. Drone films are not exactly a big genre, but the only other one I am aware of and have seen is the film Good Kill, that stars Ethan Hawke. That film in particular focuses on the use of military drones, also focuses on the use of military drones. But although in the case of Good Kill, it's more focused on the psychological effects of the actual individual pilot involved with actually pushing that button. So in this case, it would be it's as if the film would be from Aaron Paul's point of view. But obviously, in this film, it's going through a bit more of an operation viewpoint of the whole. This is what happens on the operation. The reason why I thought Go Kill didn't quite work as well as it should have done was because although they were certainly going for the right sort of thing, because that is something that is very interesting to observe, the effect on somebody involved with something that's quite devastating yet seems so blasé once they step out of that little booth in Las Vegas, effectively. They didn't quite get it quite right. Whereas this film, it just goes, right, this is the mission, we're doing this mission, lots of things going on, make of that what you will. It's slickly made. The use of the drones in the actual sort of surveillance is used extremely well in the film. Obviously, yeah, eagle-eye shots. You have these Arcat down on the ground, actually having to use his own sort of little trinkets and little his own remote controlled drones in order to fly into a terrorist house. Well, a possible terrorist house, I suppose, as politically should say. So, getting different angles, different positions, and it's very tense. It's very tense. But like I say, Eye in the Sky takes a more political and ethical view of what these actions involve, really. I must say, on another note, never has somebody selling bread created so much tension in the cinema. That it will never be done again. Yeah. I will also say you can certainly feel the British production on an effect on the film. There's certain moments, I must say, in certain bits of dialogue that are, although are very greatly written and written greatly comically intentional, there may have been one or two that may have not been, and it's a scene regarding somebody's having to go buy bread again. Let me put it that way, and that created a bit of a ripple of laughter in the audience, and I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. Whether it was intentional, I'm not sure. I don't think it was. But there actually is intentional humour in the film, which I thought worked quite well. I've not even mentioned, really, the fact that Alan Rickman, of course, who sadly has passed away, is the head of this political meeting in Cobra, or the one sort of coordinating with all the different cabinet members and ministers and so on and so forth. And then reporting back to Helen Mirren saying, this is what needs to be done, or this is what you need to prove to me, or this is what you... So he's very good authoritarian figure in this film. It's very entertaining. But yeah, like I say, Bacardi is the man on the Cuarón role, and he's very good at that. And, sorry, I've just got to do something. Apologies. There we go. Yeah, and like I say, Alan Rickman put in what is a very measured and effective final on-screen performance. And was quite a joy to behold. Whether that, maybe because I was aware of that fact, I don't know, I'm not sure. But I enjoyed it nevertheless. And it's great to see a man still proving, that at that point he must still have been during his illness as well, putting in such a great performance and a great show. I really did enjoy Eye in the Sky. It's not going to be to everyone's taste, I don't think. But I went with it. And I like the debate. I like them presenting all those facts to me and then going, make of that what you will. And that's all I can positively say to you again, because that's what I have took from the film. So it's a very timely film, and I thought a very decent film, Eye in the Sky. So there we go. That was my newly released theatrical film, Eye in the Sky. So I'm going to go into my classic film of the week, and it's there's actual warfare in this film, in a sense. The film in question is Children of Men, from exactly 10 years ago, from 2006. So, now, Alfonso Cuarón, if that's how you say his name. He's the director of this film, and the film centres around a future setting, is it 2027, in which for 18 years the world has been infertile. No babies have been born for 18 years. Obviously creating quite a stir in this world. Now, what I like most about the film focuses upon Clive Owen's civil servant character, who sort of gets embroiled in... Now, how to describe? He kind of gets involved in sort of political wranglings regarding certain groups, and then it's sort of about a saviour mission to save a girl. And I've got to spoil it, really. I've got to spoil this because it's a big, big piece of the film. So if you don't want to spoil it for children and men, please turn off now. I'm sure you're not even watching anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm probably talking to myself right now. But what he is effectively going to do is courier a girl partly across the country to get her to a haven. And the reason why is because she's pregnant. She's the first pregnant woman in 18 years. And obviously there's going to be a lot of people after her. So, like I say, if it centers on Clive Owen's character, who is approached by Julianne Moore's character, who is a head of a, like I say, a political organisation, who is then trying to get the girl in question to safety. Also in her sort of little political group is Chiwetel Ejiofor and Charlie Hunnam, who's a bit more of a violent sort of individual. And Chiwetel Ejiofor seems to be that in-between go-between. And it is also encountered with a friend of Clive Owen's, played by Michael Caine, who's kind of like he's a political cartoonist in this film. He's a bit of a, not a bit of a hippie, but yeah, he's a bit of a hippie. He smokes a lot of weed. There we go. So there's lots of really nice performances in the film. Michael Caine, I enjoy a lot. It's nice to see supporting. What I really do like to say about this film is a lot of these supporting answers in the film is in little bits. Like I say, I mentioned Julianne Moore, I mentioned Michael Caine and Chiwetel Ejiofor and Charlie Hunnam. There's also Pam Ferris in a supporting role, that's really good. And also Peter Mullen as well, as a member of the army, or the enemy, if you will, if you want to, in the film. Because effectively what's going on in this world is the army is rounding up immigrants and putting them to camps, in some instances killing them, or, in other instances deporting them back to wherever they came from. So it's a very dystopian future, and now, like I said, there's many reasons why I love this film, and the main one really is the fact that it feels like a lived-in world. A lot of science fiction, you look at it with science fiction eyes, oh, that's distant, far off future, sort of aspect, view. But with something like this, which it's a dirty film, it's a brutal world, and it's a film that is you could literally walk from 28 Days Later into this film. It's that sort of feel, that dirty, dystopian future, and it feels real. And it's a big thing that they were going for, the makers of the film. They're going for that documentarian style, and by the way, it's achieved because, among many aspects of the film, a lot of the heralded things regarding it is a lot of the tracking shots in the film. Some of them last 6 minutes, some last between 2 and 6 minutes, and it feels like the film has not been edited. It's like it's one tracking shot going from one thing to another, but it's fantastically edited because they never did that, of course. But that's in part what makes that documentarian style work, because of those long tracking shots. And like I say, they feel real. There's lots of gunfare and warfare going on during these scenes. There's bombs going off. There's battles going on between individuals. There's some fantastic scenes in this film, and I'm doing a terrible job of trying to describe what I like about it. Like I say, great performance. It's a brilliant idea, isn't it? It's adapted from a book by P.D. James. It's a fantastic idea, and it's extremely well executed. It's a shame it didn't at the time find a cinematic audience, because it pretty much raked in what it cost, and that might also be down to DVD sales. I'm not sure. It certainly found an audience, because I know a lot of people who do like it, but I still think it's a film that needs a lot more promoting and more people to see it, because I think it's just a great film. Children of Men. It's a fantastic film. And one of the, it's one of those standout science fiction films of the last 10 years. To be honest, it's just a generally good, great standout science fiction film. What can I like I said, the cinematography by Emmanuel Lubezki is fantastic, and the editing by Alex Rodriguez and involved with Alfonso Cuarón is fantastic as well. We all know now Alfonso Cuarón, he obviously did Gravity, and this is sort of, you see aspects of those films, because that is effectively them honing their craft, if you will. This is pretty much, we're on our way. We are on our way to greatness as creators, film creators and film directors and film cinematographers and film editors. Great work by all those individuals in film, and like I say, great engaging characters. You feel, even though certain characters are not on screen for a whole lot of time, you feel their effect when they are no longer there. That's not spoilers because it's that sort of film. It's that sort of violent future film. Violent future film. There you go. That's a great description, isn't it? It's a great, great film. It's a great film, Children of Men. And an exemplary case of try something different and the results can be fantastic. Please watch Children of Men, please, everybody, because I feel not enough people have viewed it. That's my classic film of the week, Children of Men, in 2006, the Alfonso Cuarón directed film. It's a fantastic film. I've said that many times now. My theatrical release film of the week was Eye in the Sky, the rather timely film of drone warfare. And again, I thought it was very entertaining and very informative and left it to your own will what you thought of it, which was very, very important to the success of the storytelling there. So there we go. They're my films of the week. I do hope you've enjoyed what I've had to say. If you have, please do subscribe to me. If not, oh well. We'll find out if I see you another time. But thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I do hope you subscribe to me, and I do hope to see you, speak to you again sometime. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.